Well, greetings. I hope you're having a great day. This video is based on a survey that I included at the beginning of my book. It includes a variety of questions, many of which are related to the whole issue of cessationism versus continuationism. But there's some questions on other basic fronts as well. And it's not intended to give you a theological score and test. Design it to maybe identify some areas where you or those you influence may benefit from some additional study and research. And a potential scoring is 0. You have no idea how to answer it. 1 is you have some but limited ability. 2 is you can answer to a fair degree but not fully. And 3, you can give a good quality answer, not perfect by any means, but give a good rounded answer. And so I'm going to, in this video, read the questions just in case someone doesn't have the ability to look at the PowerPoints that are come along with it. So if you don't want to listen to me, you can just mute me and look at the PowerPoints. So question 1, human beings have a body. What are our other 2 parts called? Question 2, when a person is born again, what happens to each of our 3 parts in relationship to Holy Spirit? For instance, does Holy Spirit come in us, and if so, what part or parts does Holy Spirit come into? And then, what happens to each of our 3 parts when we die? Question number 3, when a person is actually born again, is it an event, an instantaneous occurrence where 1 second a person is not born again, and then next they are born again? Or is it a process that occurs bit by bit over time, where Holy Spirit comes in us over X days, weeks, hours, months, whatever? Question 4, were the original 12 apostles born again before or on Resurrection Sunday evening, between Resurrection Sunday evening and Pentecost, on Pentecost, or after Pentecost? Question 5, can demonic forces impact any of the 3 parts of a human being before we're born again, after we're born again? And if no to one or both, why not? Question 6, what is the primary reason for the baptism of Holy Spirit, and who gives this baptism? And question 7, what are 3 reasons some believers think the 9 Holy Spirit gifts, prophecy, tongues, healings, etc., ended with the early church? And what are 3 key reasons based on evidence in the Bible that support the belief that these gifts continue to this day? Question 8, what are the purposes of the 3 experiences a person can have with Holy Spirit, the with, the in, and the upon? And in what order do these experiences typically occur? Question 9, Adam was given dominion over the earth. Do born-again Christians collectively have this dominion today? If not, why not? And if we do, what does that mean for each of us in our day-to-day lives? Question 10, does the rapture teaching effectively mean Jesus will take his followers from earth in defeat? Or does it mean Jesus will remove the unrighteous and leave the righteous, as happened at the events of the flood and at Sodom and Gomorrah? Question 11, how many unique kinds of baptisms are there in the Bible? And how many are relevant to believers today? I was surprised at what I found. And lastly, question 12, how does one get filled with Holy Spirit? And does the requirement for leaders for service ministries to be filled with Holy Spirit, as per Acts 6, 1-8, still apply today? So once you've answered all 12 questions, total your score and then divide the total by 12 to get your average. The second part of the survey deals with equipping. And so if we look at scriptures like Matthew 10:8, heal the sick, raise the dead, cast out demons, Mark 16:15, where you preach the gospel, then these signs will accompany those who have believed. In my name they will cast out demons, speak with new tongues, lay hands on the sick, and they will recover. And then 1 Corinthians 2:5, so that our faith will not rest in the wisdom of men, but on the power of God. So the scoring on this really relates to equipping. So I've listed 5 items on the survey. First is the ability to share the gospel in actions or words. 2 is sharing the gospel in power. 3 is ability to cast out demons. 4 is healing the sick. and 5 is speaking in tongues. So what's our equipping for this? So a 0 would be no equipping, 1 is limited equipping, 2 is a fair amount, and 3 is extensive, where we are comfortable being involved in all 5 of those activities. So again, you total up your scores, divide by 5, and you get an average. So that's the survey in my book. As mentioned, I think it's in video 11. I also have 2 surveys on my website. There's 50 questions in each survey. One's designed for Protestants and one for Catholics. And I found that these questions can generate many diverse opinions and sometimes some unhealthy dialogue, but hopefully will lead to more healthy dialogue and study in the future. Anyway, that's this video. I'll end it there. Have a super day and week. Yeah, be blessed.